Oh, I always come on here looking like a hot mess, but at least when it's over, I look good. Oh, hello, you all. Today is Gemini. I was going to try to do this early, and then shit happened, and kids happened, and follow-up happened, and, you know, all the life happened. Maybe I should just leave my hair crazy, because that's... Okay. I think that Gemini is quite possibly the most unpredictable sign. So I really hope this look is as unpredictable as they are. I had considered shaving my eyebrow off, but we're not going to do that. Okay, so if you're just hopping on, my name's Nicole. I got my nails done yesterday, which I was very excited for. Shout out to Debbie. I am just a chick on your Facebook that doesn't know anything about makeup. I've literally learned everything via YouTube this week. So I'm just doing a couple of astrology signs, zodiac signs. I always say that. Zodiac signs in makeup, in makeup form. And I've been getting a couple questions about, is everything you teach just for women? No. It just so happens that I happen to be doing makeup because it's Halloween. And so... I mean, that might seem a little more girly, but what I say about your zodiac sign is kind of going to be prevalent around everybody. I did Cancer last night. My son's dad was a Cancer, and Cancer men still have this very similar qualities as Cancer women do. There's only a couple of signs where like they're very, very different, but for the most part, you can see a lot of the same similar kind of qualities. They just kind of appear, they present themselves differently. Like, for instance, a Cancer, their emotions run deep. They have really good maternal instincts. But a Cancer male, still, his emotions are still going to run deep. He's going to be more guarded. He's going to still want to be an entertainer. You know, he still wants to make people happy. It's just it just presents itself slightly differently. That's all. Gemini, on the other hand, they are so alike, men and women, because they have this kind of dual personality thing. And so that's what we're doing today. There were so many Gemini looks. Apparently, that's like the real big popular look to do is Gemini. So hopefully I deliver. Okay. Anyhow, if you don't know me, like I said, my name's Nicole. I am just a chick on your Facebook. And I am an astrologer in training. And what that means is I'm just taking a bunch of astrology classes, and I really love it. And I think that you can learn a lot about yourself. I'm also Catholic. I would guess you could say I'm a modern Catholic. I believe in some things that the Catholic Church doesn't believe in, like reincarnation. I also believe in the stars. So I have found a way to merge religion, my religion, which is very personal to me, and my love for the stars, which is also very personal to me. If you don't believe in that, that's okay. You're just here to see makeup, right? No worries. You don't need to be pressured in any sort of way. I feel like I have to preface that because I've been getting a lot of really weird messages. I don't know. Maybe yesterday I put too much of an emphasis on reincarnation. I'm not sure. I'm getting lots of messages from people like, oh my gosh, you're teaching people blasphemy. You know what? It's 2020, y'all. Like, we're all going crazy, so who knows? With that being said, I am doing a contest today. Gemini, if you are Gemini rising or Gemini sun, if you know what that means, you're going to go ahead and comment below. If you, you'll get an entry for each one. If you tag somebody who participates, you'll get an entry for that. If you share it, you'll get an entry for that. And then I'm doing full astrological birth chart, life path kind of readings. And I'll give you a lot of fortune. I'll tell you how long, like what days of the month are best for you to manifest and pray just based on the stars. So, like I said, this isn't to like, this is for fun. My son and I have a mystic shop. We do candles, and our first candles have just gotten lit. I'm starting to get pictures and stuff, so I'm really excited for those. So I want to get going because I think this look's actually going to be rather harder for me than some of the other ones have. So I'm going to go wash my hands and try to do makeup with nails on. I've never done that before, so this will be fun. All the makeup I use, except for the glitter, is from a line called Say Bella. It is from an online wholesale club. In order to purchase it, you need an affiliate link, which, how funny, I'm an affiliate. So with that being said, if you like anything you see, let me know and I will give you our catalog. I also, all of our other looks, if you have, if you've seen another look that you really like, go ahead and comment on that one. I'm really excited. Taurus will be on Halloween, which is cool because it's a full moon in Taurus. And then Aries will be on the Day of the Dead on November 1st. And she will be giving you all of the winners, which is really cool. So if you're an Aries, you're going to want to be on the Aries live because there won't be much time between that live and when I announce the winners. So let's get this party started. I'm going to go wash my hands. BRB. First and foremost, I want to say that Gemini is one of my favorite signs, and it's probably because it's my rising sign. It's in the house of communication. It's outwardly communication. So I really love this sign. So I do apologize if it got a little bit of extra love. All right, so Gemini is a mutable air sign. Its ruler is Mercury, which is in retrograde right now. The keywords are communication, interaction, and exchange. The functional expressions are lighthearted, careful, intelligent, adapt, versatile, responsive, sociable, and engaged. The dysfunctional expressions are superficial, silly, gossip, unfocused, nervous, unemotional, cold, and erratic. So communication is key for a Gemini. The focus is on the exchange of information, the world of ideas, the intellect, the mind. It's a natural domain. Geminis are often motivated by healthy curiosity and consequence needed to communicate. For these signs, this is often categorized by highly sociable, interactive individuals. The sign is of adaptability, flexibility, change, and that may vary from changing associates to changing outfits, changing their minds. But at its core, the freedom of flexibility is an essential part of the Gemini journey. Whether you're a sun, rising, or moon, you kind of, react independently to any stimulation within the environment. You have dual opinions. Your point of focus is kind of depending on your prevailing circumstances. Kind of as mentioned, the principle of communication is so dominant here. The Gemini individual can seem like a, viable social butterfly moving from one topic or group to the next with such ease. Geminis bring people to share with one group at the same time as leaving a piece of information behind in their wake. They will move about taking something else from one experience to the next and sharing it with everyone. Accordingly, Geminis are often noted for their high degree of sociability, but those born as a sun can be quite refined, charming, and gracious. Knowing how to use those as a superpower has sort of given the Gemini a stigma that they're two-faced, but the reality is that they're just highly sociable and easily adaptable. Their need for variety is why they have the sign of the twins. Their most important feature is the Gemini's temperament. The twins embody the perfect principle of duality. So those born with these signs are consistently aware of opposing viewpoints, different opinions, and they have various options in almost every situation. They can shift and change as the moment decides, depending on their mood. The need for options is paramount. Even if a Gemini individual has no real intent on taking a certain path, they need to feel as though they have the opportunity to. Rather than choosing one career or one option or even one partner, Gemini may feel more comfortable seeing themselves in a constant state of fluctuation. Knowing that change is inevitable, Gemini will be more able to focus on certain circumstances and relationships at the moment in which they need to. Shifting a bit to a moon in Gemini, like I said, the Gemini is a mutable sign, implying the need for consistent change and variety. They're likely to find that they're easily engaged in new things, they seek stimulation, they may become easily bored, they're likely to be very adaptable and love anything new. You may be an instinctive multitasker and may habitually involve yourself in many tasks at once. Their need for variety means that they do better when they're actually doing several things at once, which is the opposite for pretty much every other sign. Their need for communication is so paramount that a moon in Gemini makes you 100% a literal social butterfly. You may find yourself moving from person to person, gathering data, ideas, information, or facts before moving on to share what you've learned. This puts a Gemini moon, though, kind of in the spotlight of gossip, and your love for gossip isn't a good thing. You may find that you inevitably develop a reputation for being fecal, two-faced, or unreliable. Others may know you but cannot trust you to keep a secret. Not that you can't, because you can. You may attract yourself to, persons who thrive on the misfortune of others just by mistake. This kind of creates this negative backlash. So it's definitely something that lunar Geminis really have to keep a hold on. They're so socially engaged, and they kind of desire this connection to other people, that talking to them and working out their problems and concerns and finding what makes them tick actually can become almost obsessive for them. Lunar Geminis are extremely skilled with their words and numbers. They may find that they have talents in these areas that others don't have. They're good at keeping score, at accounting, any form of commerce. They may also find their love for trade, enjoy the hustle and bustle that goes around in large, big cities. They have a love for gadgets and are drawn to anything bright, shiny, and new. At its best, a Gemini is a lively, versatile sign. If you're born with your moon here, you're likely to have a quick, adaptable mind. Your interest in whatever it is happening around you is in the absolute forefront. The emotional balance comes from connecting to your immediate environment and those around you. Last but not least, let's get to the rising sign. Those born with a Gemini ascendant or rising are likely to approach life with a genuine sense of inquisitiveness. They're gifted with a natural sense of curiosity and desire to understand how people work. This ascendant is primarily concerned with finding connections. You may have a knack for communication or developing the capacity to find associates between different viewpoints. By nature, you're likely versatile and adaptable with multiple interests and the ability to fit into pretty much whatever life throws at you. Often fast talking, you are usually interested in other people, which is a great social asset. You are likely to be gifted with a sharp mind and ability to talk about a wide range of things. However, for a well-rounded picture, the qualities of your sun and house are definitely considered. Naturally quick, they are impatient, and the slowness of others gets on their nerves. In many ways, they require consistent stimulation. In turn, you're prepared to stimulate others, which will either make you very fun and lively or very annoying in social situations. You may fear boredom and then will avoid being trapped in such things. Variety is most definitely required. Life is full of many possibilities, and you're likely to prefer the alternatives, and need for freedom is consistently around you. Yet in some ways, this becomes also your biggest liability. You may become too divergent in your pursuits and in the end become a Jack or Jill of all trades and a master of none. You may have difficulty in commuting one path and scattering yourself in your pursuits of this endless change. Yet at some stages, you will need to accept the fact that you need to commit to things. Through focus, you come to experience the deeper satisfaction as a whole really enjoy knowledge, from and from they're that likely to seek partners who broaden their horizons. Strength. And through partnerships, they gain a broader perspective as well as an inspiration needed to get the best out of life. They're likely generous and broad-minded, wishing to see them become the best that they can be, as well as the others around them. After all, the more experiences that you bring to life, the more engaging you are. At any stage, commitment will always be the number one kind of falter for a Gemini, as they're constantly moving, regardless if they're a sun, a moon, or a rising sign. The gift of the Gemini, all in all, is that they're very gracious, socially aware, and adaptable. Their broad range of interests make them unusually capable, and yet they achieve so many things through their gifts of wit and charm. Others can teach them the value of focused attention by developing this as an idea. Success comes from honing in on their skills through focusing their various interests and using them to highlight your innate strengths and capabilities as you continue to learn along the way. All in all, a Gemini is a very dynamic sign because they are this really strong, mutable air sign, and air in general kind of takes the shape of the situation they're in. This makes a Gemini really hard to pin down. So if you are a Gemini sun, moon, or rising, you may find this more prevalent in your life, whether it may be in relationships, in the workplace, at home, even with your family, whatever the case may be. Honing in on one thing at a time is one of the most difficult things for a Gemini to be able to do. All in all, a Gemini is actually somebody that you're going to want in your corner because they're incredibly good at communicating to all kinds of people. And because they're able to adapt so well, they are great with speeches, they're good with politics, they're good with any kind of business that has anything to do with networking or putting themselves in a place where they get to deal with people. But because of that, on the flip side, you have to kind of protect your own energy because it's very easy for a Gemini to give, and then forget to fill themselves up. Last but not least, with this look, I really wanted to be able to capture how dynamic a Gemini is. I know that a lot of people think, can write this sign off, but really this is the king of communication. And so many people want to be able to step into their ability to kind of move and bob and weave in and out of pretty much every situation. And so I wanted to be able to kind of capture that all in one look, which meant I had to do some stuff that I've never done before. And as a Gemini rising, it was exciting to learn new things. Some people believe that Gemini have two faces. I guess we'll leave that up for you to decide. A few tricks though up my sleeve I'd like to share with you. You need to get rid of your eyebrow, a little bit of Elmer's glue, and a Sabella foundation stick. And big shout out to our friends at Lash and Crown Beauty for our eyelashes. They came just in time. We hope you enjoyed this one as it was a little cryptic, don't you think? I might keep this on for our Halloween party later.